What's going on, guys? It's Creature, and welcome back to another deck profile, deck review shenanigan thing we tend to do every weekend or so on my channel. But today we're on Master Duel. I thought we'd do something different this weekend. You know, I've got a lot of decks. I want a deck profile, a lot of stuff for this current format, some Edison decks, some Goat decks, even a Speed Duel deck in the work right now. But I thought we'd do something on Master Duel. The Normal and Rare Festival has started, and I've noticed that no one has made a deck. Everyone is using the default deck, and those that have made a deck have struggled to understand the concept of how decks work. So I'm going to show you a very, very good, fully competent, normal/rare deck that you can use in the Master Duel Festival. We're going to go over it, card by card choice. Maybe you can go ahead and improve it from there. And then from there, we're going to hop into a game, an online game. Probably win, because I've lost one game in this, and it was to a misclick. And yeah, that'll be the video. So the deck we're playing is a deck I actually have deck profiled in real life, and a deck I actually do own, but nowhere near to the standard it should be, but it is Giant Ballpark. So this is the deck we're playing. It's a 40-card deck, 15-card extra deck, like most decks should be. We'll go over the card-by-card choice real quick. So we're going to run 3 Insect Knight and 3 Shiny Black Sea. You run these in the actual deck in real life. They are just the 2 biggest normal insects that you can summon off Ballpark. 3 Goki Pole, this is your go-to thing to send. When you send this, you can add a level 4 or lower... a level 4 insect monster to your hand, and then if it's a normal monster, you can summon it and destroy a card on the field with higher attack. So this is dealing with things that are higher attack. There's a lot of stuff in this format that is going to be higher attack, because people are using the standard, like, a Armed Dragon structure deck, so you do have to deal with the big Armed Dragons very quick. I've come up against Met Knights, they're pretty good as well, and then of course the Code Talker deck is probably the most popular deck I've come up against so far. They make that water ritual. The Aztecapede just lets you banish an insect monster to summon it. It can't be normal summoned to set, unfortunately, and if it deals damage, you send the top card of the opponent's deck to the grave. Nothing exciting, this is just an extender to help you potentially make rank 4s. When you're playing this deck at its max potential, like, this thing just absolutely spats out link 4s. Pathfinder, it's at 1, but you can just get the Giant Ballpark. Giant Ballpark is the main card of this deck. It's kind of a pseudo Mystic Mine. We'll go over that when we get it. Resident Insect, when it's left the field, lets you add a level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to hand. In other words, you can just add the Kaiju to your hand. And of course, if it's banished, you get to send an insect monster to your hand. So the idea is that you can normal this, and then either beat over something or link it off for something, add the level 5 or higher insect monster to your hand, and then banish it for an Aztecapede to summon an Aztecapede, and then this will then send a Goki Pole, allowing you to add a Shiny Black Sea, summon a Shiny Black Sea, pop something with 2k, you'll have a link from the Resident Insect, and... Whoops, I just knocked a drink over. And 2 level 4s on board to potentially make a rank 4 or something. And then you really want to see all of your cards, so we opted for a Danger Engine. We're going to be running Mothman anyway because it's Insect. We're going to run Thunderbird because it's good form of spell and trap removal in this format. And then we're going to run Chupacabra just because it's also level 4, and, you know, it gets you on another danger. So, you know, this is kind of cool. Kadala is our go-to search insect card. It's level 5 or higher. It just deals with any problems. When your opponent starts climbing up into them Code Talker inverted, them big link 3s, you just, you know, kaiju it. It's easy enough to deal with, and because it's higher than 2,000, if it's ever a problem to deal with, you can still pop it with the effects of the insects when you send Goki Bowl. Cataclysmic, Crusted. This card I played at 1 in my real deck. In this, you kind of like can't play some of the more powerful cards that you would play in the real deck, like terraforming and stuff. So we're kind of forced to play this. If a face-up Earth monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, special summon it, send a monster from your deck to grave. So basically, when any of your insects, because they're almost all Earth, yeah, all of them are Earth, is destroyed, you get to trigger Cataclysmic, summon it, send a Goki Pole, add a Shiny Black Sea, summon the Shiny Black Sea, pop something they have with 2k, and you now have a 2/6 body on board and a 2k body on board, and you've popped a card that they have. Torrential is running around everywhere, so we're also running Torrential. And this also helps trigger the Cataclysmic in hand. Double Book of Moon, just to deal with anything that's, you know, big and a potential problem. MST, just for some additional spell and trap removal. And the main card of the deck, Giant Ballpark. So, during damage calculation, this is the important part, is it's all during damage calculation, so if this resolves, it resolves, because not a lot can activate in during the damage calculation if you know how all the little phases work in battle phase. If a player would take damage, that's you or your opponent. So when they're attacking you, you can also do this. You can make neither player take any battle damage from that battle. So straight away, you're surviving 1 extra attack every turn. And if you do, send a level 4 or lower insect monster from your deck to grave. So once again, you can send Goki Pole, add a Shiny Black Sea or Insect Knight, summon, pop a card. Or if a normal monster is sent this way, you can special summon any number of normal monsters, or any number of monsters with the same name as that monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So you can send a Shiny Black Sea and then summon all 3 copies of Shiny Black Sea from your deck, which is 6k damage on the board right there and then. And the last effect, which does come up, is if a monster you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can spec an insect normal monster from your grave. Again, it comes up like when you're comboing through and then, you know, maybe you make a rank 4 or something, whatever. They torrential you again, giant ballpark activates, just gets you your Shiny Black Sea, gets you your monster back on the board in order to basically trigger its effect during the damage calc. Extra deck, we're just not even going to talk about it. We go over some of the things, but these are just like the best normal rares we could think of. This thing, like, targets a defense position, gives it an extra attack. This thing does actually come up. It sends something with less than 2100 and deals 1000 damage. Is it less or is it more? Yeah, it's less. This thing I've never made, but it boosts everything that's not Earth, and it's Earth, and everything we have is Earth. This I made once. It's like a battle phase negate with a little bit of a burn damage. This thing we make quite a lot because it's 2k direct damage. Rhapsody is okay. It lets you target a face-up XYZ monster. Equip this monster to that card and it gains 2000 attack. Like, you can make multiple XYZs in one turn, so it just gives some of this a big beefy 1200. Malevolent Sin is kind of just here to potentially make Pain Gainer or 7 Sins, because these cards are actually really good. Imduk, because you just need an old monster to link off in the grave sometimes. Proxy Dragons is like okay, it's like one of the best Link 2s in the game for a long time ago, and you know, we kind of run out of Link 2s. Pentastag we make sometimes because our opponent likes to set things when he realizes like all we have to do is deal damage to OTK. So we make Pentastag and we can still deal damage to trigger Ballpark. This thing I've never made, but it's like the only insect link that you can actually play. Yeah, you can't target it for attacks, and you can spec a level 4 or lower insect monster from a hand or grave, banish it when it leaves the field. It doesn't really come up, but it's like the only insect link, so we just thought we'd play it. Generator Transverse is very good, and I've played this card in real life a little bit. It just switches the cards it points to, so if people aren't aware of like summoning in the monster zone, usually they will always summon in the middle because it's like the default place the cursor will put it. So it just allows you to summon this in the left extra monster zone and steal whatever they're summoning. You can just give them like, you can give them a Goki Pole, and then take whatever it is, beat over the Goki Pole, and then get all of Goki Pole's effects because it will resolve in your graveyard, not theirs. And then I don't even know on this. Oh, this is the Link 3 that it gains 100 attack for everything used like via its level. So you usually use like the 3 level 4, so it'll go up to 2200. And you can target a non-link monster your opponent controls with the card less to it and destroy it. So it's kind of just another additional pop. Irrelevant. The extra deck is really irrelevant. If you were going to make this deck and then wanted to play this again outside the normal and rare festival, you would add cards like Terraforming, you would add different dangers, you'd probably cut the Cataclysmics, although they're really good. You play a few better traps, and you play much better XYZs and links like this. Access Code, Appaloosa, 100% you play those. You play multiple Link Spiders, Gagaga Cowboy, because you do find yourself always a little bit short on damage, and yeah, that's it. We don't really play Master Duel much, but this event just kind of got me to want to hop on, and I had a look what I could play, and this just was like a full-on option, so I thought we'd play it, and you know, just see what we do. So we have lost the dice roll or coin flip, should we say, and we are forced to go second. Guy has Ritual Raven as his little avatar. He's also higher ranked than me, but that's irrelevant because I haven't played since like probably the first week. Our hand is really good, so we have a Double Danger to help dig through into a Ballpark, but we already have a Ballpark, a Cataclysmic, and a Torrential, and our opponent just sets one and passes, sure. Anything to normal summon here would be nice. Insect Knight is kind of good, so I think we go Ballpark. Pray this isn't like an MST. If this is an MST, it's like... So he lets that resolve. Let's try and trigger the Thunderbird, but let's try and trigger the Thunderbird to actually, like, pop itself. So we got a double chance here of him hitting the Thunderbird. I'm so bad with dangers on this game. Yeah, of course he hits the Chupacabra. And again, double chance to hit Thunderbird here. Hopefully he hits the Thunderbird. Yes, so he hit the Thunderbird, which was kind of nice. Probably should have done the Thunderbird first. So we get to pop his only back row here, which is kind of nice. Let's see what it was. Maybe like a Deep Prison, Mirror Force. It was an MST. No! Ah, and he's popped the Ballpark. Oh, that changes a lot of things. Oof, that has actually changed a lot of things. Okay, so we're just going to deal the 1900 damage here. We still have Cataclysmic for if he decides to finally beat over the Insect Knight. And we have Torrential if stuff starts going really south. But I think he's just hard bricked. So it's like, whatever. Our own MST, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, we just go over again for 1900. The normal Rare Festival is just not exciting, unfortunately. But I thought I'd still make this video to show you just a deck, because people are struggling. Like, I'm almost at the threshold to where you're no longer getting gems, which is kind of what people are playing for, is just the gems. And like I said, I've lost one game and I've been playing for like an hour and a half. I lost one game and it was to a misclick. I made a Heart Earth Draco. I think this guy's just actually just wanting to lose. I think he's just like giving me the win to you know, boost as such. You get this as well, but it just kind of is boring. Like, don't do this, guys. This just ruins the fun. I'll probably do one more game after this, because this game is literally just, like, lasted 2 minutes. Like, this is another example of where Gaga Cowboy would just win me the game, but it's unfortunately a super, so we cannot play that. I think it's super or ultra. And I'm probably going to assume this guy just passes here, because he just wants the 50 credits. This is what I don't get, right? So you get 50 credits for losing, and I'm going to get 500 for winning. And or he might have just bricked. Like, vampires are quite bricky, but surely he's opened one of the baby vampires. Or are they supers? They might be supers, actually. Retainer and what is the other one? Retainer and something else. What's the other one? I don't know. The two level 2 ones. But yeah, I think this guy was just boosting for the win. Kind of unfortunate. Kind of ruined the video, but it's cool. We'll keep it in, because you kind of got to see the things. Not really. You just saw me resolve a few danger effects. We'll do one more. I just don't get why people like intentionally lose for the 50 credits when you can just win in like 2 or 3 turns with this deck, or other decks, not just this deck, and get 500. Like, just do 3 times as quick. Again, we've opened up Ballpark, so this is really good. We've also opened MST, Cataclysmic again, but unfortunately no Earth to help trigger it, and Torrential as well. So we opened the foil Cataclysmic. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think we just summon the Chupacabra, unfortunately. play around the Meta Knight columns, especially in this festival, because most of them are like normal rare. You can't play blue purple, but like all of the spells, all of the traps, and then like red, green, yellow, indigo as well, I think, are all normal rare. So let's see what this guy's rocking today. Hopefully a deck that doesn't just want to intentionally lose like the last one. I've only played a few people that have like intentionally lost, but I have the majority of people I've played have actually played, and they've played like code talkers, like I said earlier. This deck, however, I am going to assume this is Megalith. Very, very good deck in this format. Yeah, it is Megalith. This is arguably the best deck, so this is a much better duel. This is pick up my drink and focus time. This is the one that adds a ritual monster, I believe, right? Yes. And this is the one that adds a ritual spell. The only issue is, I don't know what Megaliths are legal. I think they're all legal, and that's why it's one of the best decks. But the issue I've got is, like, the big boys. Like, you could just summon full, and then I'm sort of stuck because full's really weak. Even these incantations, like, they're too weak to trigger off Ballpark. Like the whole Sengoku pole loop. Okay, so there's Manju. Also Senju. We'll just let the Senju go through, I think, here. We were playing Chalice for a while to deal with people activating effects, but it just didn't come up. Okay, there's one of the big boys. That one we can pop off Goki Ball, I believe. That is the incantation ritual, yes. Fortunately, MSG does not negate Connor, so. And here is our first ritual summon. Oh, that's not the big thingy, that's Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. Oh, okay. That is a problem. I did not see this. Okay, I thought this was, let me get it up on Wikipedia so I don't butcher the name. I'm probably still going to butcher the name. The one that begins with B. The big, I want to say it's level 7? Is it Bethor? I thought it was. Yeah, I thought this was Bethor, but it is not. Well, there's Bethor. There we go. I thought it was this, but it's not. We might just lose through that, though. Shit. We might actually lose our first actual game where we've been outskilled, outplayed. This is for full, definitely. Yeah, full. Full lets you add one back, I believe, and then you can ritual summon without using any ritual spells. You have to just use itself as like the ritual spell thing. Yeah. increase its level, add it back, and then you can use it to ritual summon anything. More effects. This is the ritual summon, definitely. And there's Ophiel, or other fill, as I like to call it. Fill and other fill. And this adds to the big light one. That is Megalith. Oh, I've not played this deck for so long. It's not Haggith, it's the other one. Phaleg? I believe. Although I said the light one, they're all Earth. I know they're all Earth, but... Yeah, we might lie here. It's taking his time, though, which is kind of long-winding the death. Oh, okay, so we have survived because, I mean, this is not as much damage as I would have thought. This is only 2,900 damage, which is good. It means we are gonna trigger Ballpark again on my turn now, and actually we have nothing to summon. Oh shit. Yeah, we actually have nothing at all to summon here, so I think we just set 3 here. Yeah, set 3 and then Ballpark. We have to pay 500 to activate it, which is cool. These aren't quick effects, right? No. Oh, this one is a quick effect. Is this one a quick effect as well? No. It's just Phil that's a quick effect. Megalith full. Big Phil. Phil Collins. Isn't the one that pops all spells and traps? I think there is. I think that's the issue here. I think we just lose because of this. Oh, come on, resolve your card, kid. This is another reason why I don't play a lot of Master Duel, because it just takes so long to do standard stuff. Oh no, he goes for Haggith. Is this the one that pops spells and traps? No, this is the one that adds one. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the field spell. No, just go straight to wind phase. Cool. So double torrential set to potentially deal with things, an MST to pop the field spell on activation, and if none of that fails, like, we have thingy, right? Let me just read this field spell real quick. So the first time it will be destroyed, it's not. You can target a ritual monster in your grave, add it to your hand. Yeah, we don't like that. We'll still wait for him to use the effect, because field spells have to be on the field to resolve, I believe. So, see what he does. 4 in hand. 4,800 damage. So he has enough damage on board to attack. Whether he'll just switch everything to attack and attempt to kill me from there. Ooh, or he could just send you here. And if that's the case, I think we just torrential here, right? He can use full, but like whatever he summons just gets popped anyway, so. It's an intense game, but yeah, it's just very slow. That's what I don't like about it. That's why I just play a lot of DB, or I'll just test in real life. I'll just go to a different locals, or rock somewhere else, basically. That's why I'm such a low rank, because I just can't be bothered with people taking this long. And this is a normal and rare festival, where mines are just non-existent. Picture this in like top rank, which I was top rank in the first week, when people are full Dryatron comboing. Like, it takes 20 minutes in real life, it takes 40 minutes on this. It's just like, yeah, I can just go make dinner in that time. Okay, so he has 4 in hand now. Portal, which is the big one here, but we have the MST to deal with that. Another torrential if shit goes south, and ballpark as well. So here's Spellang, the discard to spec 1, I believe. The discard to spec 1? Yeah. Discard to ritual 1, discard to spec 1. Same thing. So he Felanged for Felang to summon Bethor. Right, let's see what Bethor does real quick. And here is this, so. He's going to pop the ballpark here. So, we have to torrential here. And we have to MST here. Unfortunately, we are going to lose the ballpark. But he's stuck with 1 in hand. And, like, no resources here, because he's, field spell's going to fizzle, his Bethor's going to pop everything, and portal should fizzle. So he's just stuck with the 1 in hand, I'm just stuck with the 1 in hand here. Unfortunately mine is definitely doing nothing. Oh! Couldn't have asked for a top deck better there, could we? Pathfinder coming in clutch right there. Get 1,000 damage in real quick. Definitely switching the landscape of this, as Pathfinder will grab us the second ballpark. Very good. So hopefully he can't deal with this ballpark now, and we top deck something that can actually like summon, and we're fine then. That's a good draw. That is a good draw. Manju is going to get him any ritual monster or ritual spell. Depending on what this last card is, I might actually know what this card is, but I've not been paying too much attention. So he's gone for Bethor, which makes me think this is the ritual spell. Or he's just going to go battle phase and absolutely mess up and trigger my ballpark. Let's go. Do we go for the pop here? Or do we go for the triple summon? I feel we go triple summon here, and we go, we just wall them up in defense, because we have Cataclysmic, so. Just in case something else summoned, like, we could have summoned him in attack, but then, like, if he summoned anything else, he might not be obliged to attack these, and then help trigger the Cataclysmic, but, yeah, I'm happy with this now. We should just win from here. We get triple Inset Knight on our turn, providing he does nothing. We know one card is Thor, we don't know what the other card is, as far as I'm aware, and, yeah, I don't see any way we lose from here. Except for maybe this card. what's this then? Full or Ophiel? Or what's the other level for? Haggith? Not Ock. What does Ock do? Ock lets you draw and bomb deck. So this is 1k27. That's actually annoying. Gokipole would be ideal here. Resonant Insect. Okay, let's work this out, shall we? Yeah, we win off this because we go Resonant Insect here, and then we go into Generator Transverser. What do you need for Generator Transverser? To affect monsters. It points. Yeah, so we have to. Yeah, we might have to neg just to resolve these things. Yeah, or we just make Black Ship a corn and send it. I wanted to trigger the Transverser, but I think Ship a corn is fine here. We need a way to trigger 2, 4. Yeah, we're fine here. Yeah, and that's game. Like I said, there was no way I could see us losing from here. Should have maybe I should have summoned the Shippercorn in the EMZ so we can get all 3 Insect Knights summoned, but it's not going to matter here. We're just going to beat over him with everything else here. So, yeah, that was a good example of the deck. Really slow and definitely just made this video way longer than it needed to be. Oh, we had perfect game as well there. Oh no, we've not won. Oh, Sag. Not won yet, but he's top decking, so yeah, we did make a mistake. Oh well. Anything here that does burn damage? No, we can make Rhapsody and make something really huge. I kind of do want to clear space for Ballpark, so we'll clear some space for Ballpark so it can trigger things. Equip it to Ship a Corn. Make this thing absolutely massive. And then pass. Like, we're good here. We could have also linked the Resonance off and gone for something that way. But him top decking in Megalith is probably not going to do much. It's an MST, so sure. He finally deals with the Ballpark once again, but it just doesn't matter. We have more than enough on board. Sure, we don't get to trigger the Ballpark one last time. That would have been funny if this was something. Well, we get to show you Aztecapede at least here, so we'll make this just because I said I've never made it. Just so we can actually say we've made this and it's definitely worth playing. For Shinobi. Resonance will get its effect because it's sent to grave. Allows us to add the Kaiju to hand. Like, I get to just at least show you how this little combo works. And then we can spec Aztecapede, banishing the Resonance. To summon, and then Aztecapede will mill a card when it deals damage, but that's irrelevant. Resonance here lets you send a Gokipole, and then Gokipole will also trigger, allowing you to pretty much add anything. So we do actually have the other Insect Knight because we only summoned 2, which is kind of cool. Spec Insect Knight, and then we could potentially pop anything with more than 1900, but it's just irrelevant. We don't want to destroy a card now. And then we just poke with a ridiculous attack. This is like more than 8k, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's probably around 8k. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, that was the Giant Ballpark deck. Let me know if you enjoyed it. That game was way more long-winded than it should have been. The first game was nowhere near as exciting as it should have been. And yeah, like, definitely longevied the video like it should, and so am I now by rambling on. But it's been your boys, Rich, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Normal and Rare Festival, and if you have, and you've stumbled across this video, you should leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what deck you're playing. Maybe you're also playing Ballpark, and have other techs that I haven't thought of in this deck. So, yeah, it's been your boys, Rich, guys. Peace.